Welcome to Virtual Training Solutions powered by ATRA. Today we're going to cover the powertrain of the 6R80. My name is Bill Brayton and it's a great day to fix transmissions, so let's get started. Previously we talked about the rear unit planetary gear set of the 6R80, and today we're going to be talking about the front unit that is the heart of the Peltier gear train. So let's check it out. Here we have our front pump with the splines. That's very critical to the planetary setup. This is the forward drum, which fits on the pump. This is applied in first, second, and third, and fourth gears. Here next we have the planetary gear set, the front planetary gear set, which consists of the planet and the sun gear and a bearing here that fits down in here. Normally, when we take this unit apart, there will be a snap ring, a retaining snap ring in here. This clips on to the tabs here in the drum. But for illustration purposes today, we're going to just take the planet and spline it to put it on the splines of the drum. Now you see that, now that becomes a part of the pump and it's stationary. The planet then goes down onto the sun gear. Now if the retaining snap ring is in here, it would be a part of the drum. So that's put together separately and would appear like that, and this would be all stuck together, and then you would just drop it in the transmission. So, but for today, as I said, we're just so you can see how it's put together, we're going to put it on together. So there's the planetary. So this is in reduction all the time. Let's bring in the overdrive drum. The front ring gear is part of the input drum, input shaft or drum. This is applied in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, now we can see that this thing is always in reduction. I've got a magic marker here, so we're going to mark this up so we can see. Now you can see the marks are lined up here. And let's turn this one, we're going to turn the forward drum 1 revolution. So, and we're going to count the revolutions of the overdrive drum. Okay, so that's 1. And my mark is still over here at about 8 o'clock. So we bring that mark right around to the front again. And my other mark is back here, right here. So that's about 1.5 turns to 1 turn. So this is 1.5 to 1 ratio. So that's the heart of the Peltier gear train. A guy named Peltier in France back in the day, he discovered that if you drove the planet at 1 speed and the sun gear at another speed, you get a completely different ratio if you weren't just driving the planetary gear set through a sun gear or the ring gear. So let's see how that works. I got a bearing here. Now we have our OD clutch hub and intermediate shaft, which splines down into the drum. There. So now when this is applied, this is turning as 1. This is the input shaft. So imagine if you're going down the road with a lock-up clutch and the converter is applied. This is now spinning at engine speed. Okay, this drives the planetary gear set. We saw that in our previous video. Okay, now we've got the forward clutch hub and sun gear shaft. This splines down into the forward clutch drum. This is applied in 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now if we take a look, we've got a hole here for in the shaft so we can see quite clearly with the overdrive clutch applied and we've got the forward clutch applied. We're going to start rotating this, and you could see now that 1.5 to 1 rotation of the 2 shafts rotating at a different speed. So this is the small sun gear, this is the planet, Now we're going to bring in the direct clutch hub, which fits into the forward drum. It's got indicating tabs here that fit only one way into the drum. Now, bring in the direct drum. Normally this would have a piston and clutches which spline to the forward drum. It sits down on the unit as so. And this is what drives the large sun gear. So if we have in fifth gear, we've got this applied. So now it's being driven at the same speed as the forward clutch drum because the clutches are applied. Also in second gear, there's clutches that hold the outside of this drum and will drive the it'll drive the small sun gear and then it'll hold the large sun gear for second gear. So we've got three inputs to the Planetary Gearset, and when they spin at different speeds, that's going to give us our 6 gears. This will conclude today's presentation of the 6R80 front unit gear train. We want to thank you for participating in our virtual training solutions powered by ATRA. Until next time, let's keep fixing transmissions together.